Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning or good afternoon, fourth and forever. Another basketball episode today. We have some exciting talk. Some awards got handed out. Some series closed out. Mock draft 1.5. Cameron, we're very excited about mock draft 1.5, but we have to kind of get a little serious, before we get into this heated basketball discussion. We do have some serious news to go into. So, Cameron, do you want to take that away?
Yeah. If you're in the know, on I believe Thursday, the basketball community was dealt a pretty heavy blow. Brandon Clark, a forward for the Memphis Grizzlies, was reported passed away. He was 29 years old, and the outpouring of love and support for him was truly nothing short of beautiful. The Grizz did a fantastic sort of tribute video. Memphis as a city was mourning. Brett, I'm sure you saw those clips of people leaving flowers at his
by his
pillar.
Poster on it was cool. That was super cool in front of FedEx.
Yeah.
Love that.
And then, as if that's not bad enough, Jason Collins also passed away on the same day. Jason Collins, probably less known to like the contemporary fan, the first openly gay NBA player.
I remember that.
And I believe he was in his late 40s. So we don't have to put too fine a point on it, but basketball is a fraternity. We are all listening or podcasting or watching or playing because we love the game. And so, if nothing else, check on your loved ones and be kind to the people around you. And we'll keep Brandon Clark in our thoughts.
Yeah, Gonzaga legend. So
yeah,
you cannot talk about his college career. He was awesome at Gonzaga.
He was phenomenal. I mean, he unlocked a lot of that Grizz. That Grizz heyday was him, Ja.
He was kind of like the fourth
Jack.
man, and
Yeah.
it was Jaren, Desmond, and then he was kind of in the wings a little bit, but always consistently playing well. And
as a Warriors fan, he pissed me off. He was like the one dude I didn't want to see on the floor because he just made it all work. And it's always sad to hear something like that happen. And then what?
Yeah.
Cut transition and go into lighter news.
No other way to really do it. You kind of just we'll go into the MVP discussion because obviously the MVP was handed out yesterday. Back-to-back winner, SGA. I don't know how you feel about it, Cameron. I think it's probably the right choice. Maybe you could have considered Wemby. Maybe Jokic was probably. Who were the finalists? Sorry, I'm just kind of.
I think it was Wemby, Shea, and Jokic. So your top three. I think Wemby made the cut. Shea, I want to say it's very funny. Shams reported this at like 7:30 in the morning. Like the league announced it as of the time of recording, like 20 minutes ago. Shams spoiled it, which is incredibly funny to me simply because it's been 5 weeks since the regular season ended. Why are we waiting that long? Like, why are we waiting that long to tell us this?
And then it starts the discussion, too, of, like Jokic's, like, playoff performance probably kind of, like, stained his, like, view as winning MVP, even though he might have been deserving of it.
But if he had won and then got swept, I think, maybe in the first round.
Maybe won a game or two in the second round.
Yeah.
Like, maybe we're not, like, talking as bad as the Nuggets as we have in the past few weeks,
I mean, that's what happened to Dirk in, I think, 05, 06 when he won. They, like, announced it, and then I think that was the team the one seed that lost to the We Believe Warriors. So, like, I get the league doesn't want to be like, here's our MVP. Oh, first round bounce. Yeah. Dude, 5 weeks after, I don't care anymore. I'm like, Shea won it. Like,
it's way too. I haven't thought about the regular season in 5 weeks.
Right. We were prepping for like the pod a couple weeks ago, and I was like, did they hand out MVP yet? Like, Depoy was announced. Fucking Rookie of the Year was announced.
I'm already trying to figure out the summer league schedule, man. I don't care anymore. Like.
But no,
give me Lakers Grizzlies at 11 a.m.
Right.
Please.
No, give Shea his flowers. He becomes the fifth guard to win back-to-back MVPs. He joins Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Steve Nash, and Steph Curry. If you narrow it down to only point guards, it's just Magic, Nash, and Curry. So, I mean, truly historic stuff. He's in very rarefied air. And I was telling my cousin or not my cousin, one of my friends who's an SGA fan, a Thunder fan. I was like, I would love to hate him. At some point, you just can't. Like,
I think the flopping thing is way too overblown.
I would say he does flop, and his whistle is probably nicer, but like, show me an NBA player averaging 30 who doesn't flop. Like, at some point, like, the game just rewards it, and fuck, it sucks, but I can't hate you for doing it.
Yeah, if no one's gonna stop you, like, just keep going.
Right. Like,
obviously, it's working for you.
Like,
getting into the NBA Finals potentially again.
Oh, it's like saying like, oh, Wilt Chamberlain dunked his free throws. Well, yeah, the league like stepped in to stop that, but until then, buddy, do it. Like, it's the advantage you have.
Yeah, there weren't rules against it at the time, so why not? Yeah.
Looking ahead,
Are there any other awards?
Well, sorry, looking ahead, if Shea does win Finals MVP, he'll join the club of back-to-back Finals MVPs and MVPs in the same season, a club that only Michael Jordan and LeBron James are in.
My goat.
So, yeah, your goat. Which one?
Yes. It's getting harder to fight for Jordan, but I'm still gonna I'm still gonna do it till the day I die.
That's okay, Unc.
Yeah,
is that what the kids say? Is that proper usage?
As the youth would say.
Yeah. Well, you were saying I cut you off. What was your question?
Was there any other awards announced? Who won a Deepway?
Wemby, unanimously.
Wemby, okay.
Yeah, that was announced a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay. What the heck? Why are they putting all these awards out at different times?
That's my point. They put Deepway out like middle of the first round. They put Rookie of the Year out like they put Rookie of the Year out after the play-in game because voting.
Okay, I do remember that.
Voting didn't end until after the play-in, and I think it was Bill Simmons who was like, "Yeah, I switched my vote from Con to Coop after they got bounced," which was honestly funny as hell. Sorry,
that is very funny.
Like, Bill Simmons and I can have terse words. I've never met him, but that's funny as hell. That's a really funny joke.
I do like Bill Simmons for that. That's very funny.
I like him a lot because he'll just pull out shit. Where he's like, that's a top 17 Cav of all time. Hey, man, sure. I don't know enough to argue with you about that.
Yeah, sure, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, I guess.
This was like a top 36th game 6 of all time. Okay, yeah, for sure, dude.
We need somebody to check him. You know what, Bill? While we're here, just go ahead and name the first 35.
You need someone like Uber Autist to be like, actually, I have him in this ranking, and just see who's the fraud. I feel like Bill isn't.
He might be that guy.
I would say, if Bill Simmons was like, hey, he's like a top 12 player all time, and you said name your top 11, I think he'd be able. Well, one, he wrote an entire book where he does that, but two, I think he could do it off the top of his head.
Yeah, he's such a hoop head too that it's kind of hard for him to not have that information just stowed at the top of the dome.
Controversial. I think Bill Walton's 1983 season coming off the bench was like the third best 6-man season of all time. It's like, sure? Question mark.
It's like you have to be kind of a hardcore fan to be listening to his show because he's going to pull out those insane references.
It's always so funny too because it's like the co-host more often than not just kind of does what we're doing now, which is like, definitely.
Oh my! Well, let's go on to a series that ended recently. Spurs Wolves. Spurs closed it out in 6 games. After we had sat on the show, Cameron, and talked about how good Gobert was, and then after Wemby, I think 20 minutes after we cracked the mics, after we recorded, announced wasn't suspended.
Dude, which was awesome. Yeah.
Was awesome. You think you're happy that he wasn't suspended?
Yeah, I think I might have overplayed my hand last pod, which was just like he should be. I don't want him to be. I never want him to be. I just think there was precedent there. If you're the league, you would have justification to be like, he's sitting out a game. Like Draymond got a game for hitting LeBron in the nuts when LeBron stepped over him. Wemby elbowed a dude's throat with like no provocation otherwise. Like, now Draymond was a repeat offender. I get all that. I'm glad he wasn't suspended, mainly because he beat the fuck out of the Wolves after that.
It was kind of crazy how like dominant he turned into after that. Because I just try to imagine like a world now where it's like he is suspended game. What was it? Game 5.
Yeah.
So he's suspended game 5. Timberwolves tie it. Well, no, so doesn't matter. He gets the suspension. Wolves tied the series. Does he come back as dominant as he played in Game 7 as well? Because I mean, by Game 7, that I think we knew early on that game was over.
Without a doubt in my mind, I think. Like, because did you tap in at the very beginning of the game, the Spurs Wolves game?
I caught it right as we started texting.
Okay,
I forgot it was
so.
on, yeah.
He started off having something like 16 of the Spurs' 24 points to lead off, and he had like 2 assists, 3 rebounds, whatever. He put up like NBA 2K my career numbers for just a quarter, and then you're kind of sitting there, you're like, fuck, is he going to hit 80? And then the second quarter, he was like, I'm just going to play defense now. And they kept the Wolves scoreless for 5 minutes of in-game time.
Jeez.
5 of the 48 minutes God gives you to play basketball, they did not score via free throw, like nothing.
In the NBA, like that's pretty normal in college.
Right.
In the NBA, where these guys like they're literally the top like .000.
The NBA postseason, but nonetheless,
yes,
like,
even crazier.
Like with Anthony Edwards on the floor, like it wasn't like you and I were out there for the Wolves in a charity case. This was like real NBA players were out there.
And did they kind of spoil like how the rest of the playoffs are going to go? Are they going to dominate the Thunder?
No.
Are they going to? You don't think so,
dude? If
brother, I think it's gonna. This might be a hot take. I think it's going to be an ass whipping. I'm talking like 5, maybe 6 games.
I'm glad we diverge here because I'm like 6 to 7. I think the Thunder are much better than the Wolves. 6-7. I think the Thunder are much better than the Wolves. I do think, though, that there's going to be stretches because it wasn't just Wemby shutting him down. I want to be very clear. Like, Dylan Harper was being a fucking menace.
Yeah,
Steph
you got to
Castle,
give the rest of the team their
fucking
flowers,
menace.
Man.
Like,
they're so good.
They have so many guards who will
good.
just get in your shorts and make life uncomfortable. Pause. And I just... It comes down to, like, will the refs let you do that to the darling Shai Gilgeous or not? And, like,
yeah, that's true.
If they
didn't suspend Wemby, so they'll let anything happen, bro.
And the Spurs did beat the Thunder 3 or 4 times this season. So, like, it wouldn't shock me if it was over. It shocked me if it was over in 5. It wouldn't shock me if it was over in 6. But, like, a 5-game dog walk of the Thunder.
I just really think the Spurs might. Can you, besides the record, can you, and I'm asking as just someone who doesn't know this, but like,
yeah,
just from like having watched these playoff games, what is it that the Thunder do better than the Spurs?
This is gonna sound insane, and I understand it as much. The Thunder I think the Thunder have a better offense, and they have a better like 1A scorer in Shai. And like the regular season would pan that out. Shai obviously had much better scoring numbers. But really the thing I'd lean on, and I over-index this a lot, so I could very well come back incorrect. The Thunder did it last year.
That's true.
The Thunder, I mean, everybody on that roster has been here before. Like, and the Spurs are coming off 6 games. The Thunder haven't played in like a week. Like, they're kind of chilling.
I wonder if that's like an advantage or even a disadvantage. Like,
it could be a disadvantage.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like a lot of rest, kind of, because it happens in the NHL playoffs too, where like these teams like they sweep through the first, second round, they get to that Eastern Conference where these teams have been grinding through 6, 7 games, and it's like, well, these guys like they played more games, and I know that's like these guys
they're in rhythm, they're in tempo.
Exactly right. Like there's a routine to it, whereas like maybe you just got like 5, 6 days off, and now it's like. Now you're rested. You're not really in kind of that playoff mode anymore.
Shai just strikes me as like the ultimate metronome of like he's gonna roll out of bed. He's gonna put up 26. The part that like would sell me on the Thunder over the Spurs. The Thunder are getting J-Dub back. They haven't had him the entire run. They're getting him back for game 1. Like,
that is crazy. But this series, but like the skill gap between like who did the Suns and the Lakers, like, and now you're going to the Spurs, like like obviously they've been dominant in these playoffs. I know they won it last year, but again, it's just like this is the best team they could have played in the whole playoffs, I think. And I just don't know if they're going to be able to get past the Spurs, man. I just don't know what it is, man.
Like, you've drank the Kool-Aid. You're sold on San Antonio.
I think I'm breathing the oxygen 35 minutes away from San Marcos.
It's like, the big old women in San Antonio. They've got you.
It is, dude, by the hook, dude. I'm like a fish, like fish in a lake, bro. It's crazy.
I would love to, dude. It's so funny because I want the Spurs to win simply because I love the upset. That also sucks though because it means the Spurs are what we have to contend with.
it's like it's like the rooting for the Patriots like now. Where It's like they're kind of the underdog. I love Drake May, but it's the Patriots.
It's like dude, I hope Count Dooku wins this fight. It's like, oh, fuck. Or no, the better example is like, I hope Anakin beats Count Dooku, and then it's like, oh, Darth Vader's here now. Like,
shit.
Maybe Dooku should have won. Sorry, man. But no. I'll say Thunder in 7 is my official prediction. And you say what? Spurs and
I'll say 6. I'll say 6.
Okay.
It's 4. Yeah. I'll be reasonable. I'll say 6. I just think for all the reasons you just said, like you're not factoring in Wemby.
Right.
Like the dude's a freak. Like he is the exception to the rule. I just can't bet against a
he
alien.
Also he fucking hates Chet Holmgren. He fucking hates Chet.
The memes coming out of the series are going to be incredible.
Any chance for Wemby to like hang nutsack on Chet, he's going to take it. Like that might be enough.
How many times are we going to see the Chet Holmgren meme of him like where it was like I think it was NBC like pregame where they were doing like the shots of them and he's like he's kind of like mogging them. You know what I'm talking about? Looks like a Doofenshmirtz villain.
Chet is my favorite. Like as a player, because he's a defensive menace. He's come a long way on offense, and he's just like as a person, I can't take you seriously. Like he's like talking about like KD, like 53 from hang pull is OD. I'm like, dude, I'm not that much older than you. I don't know what those words mean.
And I don't think we gave him and Shea enough crap for that car commercial they did last playoffs. That was
the one you saw every commercial break.
You couldn't miss it.
Yeah.
And I mean, good for you, I guess, but
we're in a real hater mood today. Bill Simmons caught a stray. Thunder are catching some bullets.
Rossini, you're next. You better not have anything come out.
Rossini, I swear to God, I got one locked in.
You got 24 hours.
Don't even let me see a tweet come out.
Yeah. I saw that she was out getting dinner, and it pissed me the fuck off.
I saw that she was still with her husband, and I don't know how to feel about that. No, it's not my business. That's how I feel.
It's not my business, but I see you in the notes here. I don't want to skip over anything. You have some Wolves notes.
I do.
Talk about the future of the Wolves.
I have some Wolves notes. A little inside the pod, inside baseball. Brett yelled at me for being prepared, so now I'm scared to do any. Now I'm scared to read anything I wrote. So. Thanks for crushing my spirits.
No, you're welcome, Cameron. Like I said, I can't have you be too good because then you'll leave me.
I would never leave you. Anyway, speaking of leaving places, that's a fine transition. The Wolves have to figure out what they're going to do with Ayo Dosunmu, Bones Highland, and Jalen Clark, all of whom are free agents. I don't know if you're tapped into Wolves Twitter like I am. I don't know how I got tapped in, but I am.
If there's one person I think would find their way in there, I knew it'd be you.
Every corner of the internet that is dangerous and not safe for like human consumption, I'm there. You can just ask me about it. I got answers.
Every time I think like I see a meme and I'm like, dang, like I'm on the wrong side of the internet. I get a text from Cameron not but 2 minutes later, which is the exact same
with that tweet, probably. Yeah.
Like, shit.
It's always good because I know I'm having like an effect on you where like my send to you is rubbing off on your algorithm. So like,
which is desperately needed because it was getting pretty political for a while.
You see, I ignore the politics and I'm like, I'm gonna send Brett a tweet that says Anthony Edwards' legs are ground beef and just see what he thinks. But Io, Bones, and Jalen Clark, all free agents. Conley and Joe Ingles are also free agents. I don't know if they get brought back, simply because, no offense to
I think
Mike
Conley's
Conley,
probably going to retire.
he said he wants to play a 20th season.
Okay. Well,
He's on record as wanting to play a 20th season.
wow. I wonder where he goes then.
The Wolves might bring him back. The Wolves have nobody besides Anthony Edwards who can dribble a ball. Like, that was what Io DeSunmu kind of was addressing. And, like, Bones Highland's a microwave scorer. But remember, the Wolves drafted Rob Dillingham to be Edwards' running mate, and he never panned out, and now he plays for the Bulls. So, like, Dante DiVincenzo is out. He has, I believe it's an ACL tear that he suffered in the postseason. What do? Like, it's an expensive team.
Yeah, they're in a very, like, odd
Gobert,
spot.
Randall, Edwards, those are expensive guys, but this is the fourth postseason you've lost with those three guys. The third, like, Wemby is on the rise. The Thunder are here. What do we do?
Yeah, it's either, like, you can bring all these guys back and, like, maybe hope that, like, the next playoffs you're a little more healthy and try to make a run again, but it's not gonna. It doesn't work. Like, you got absolutely owned by the Spurs. Like, you have to figure out a way to like combat a team like the Spurs or the Thunder, and they just don't have it right now. I know Rudy Gobert was still playing very well, but it's just not enough.
If I see one more of you dumb fucks on the internet put a Gobert trade together where Minnesota takes back Anthony Davis, I'm going to hit you with a tire iron. They wouldn't do that. That's not... Anthony Davis is $20 million more a year, more expensive, and is not the defender Gobert is, and isn't fucking healthy. Stop putting him in the same trade as Rudy Gobert. Sorry.
And also, we'll get to it in the draft stuff. I have other... NBA
Oh, yeah, the Wolves
fans,
have the 28th pick this year.
Maybe they'll trade. Maybe they'll trade for John Morant in the third pick, and maybe the Grizzlies will get the 28th pick. Who says no?
We joke about that because the Grizz are always like the dump team of any trade. I have seen John Morant to Wolves trade ideas for this draft, and it's like we'll get to that more in the draft.
What are we doing, man?
The Wolves have two picks this draft: the 28th and the 59th.
I hate NBA media so fucking much.
As members of the NBA media, we kind of like forced our way in here. Stop I'm
a college ball guy, just for the record.
You're a college ball guy. Okay, as the NBA media member, I don't have any power or votes. I'm kind of just here.
Our goal is to get votes, though.
I'm in the cuck chair of the NBA media. That's kind of I'm just watching. I love the passion about the NBA. I love everybody chiming in. If you're making a fake trade, as somebody who makes fake trades very frequently and sends them to Brett to piss him off.
As an expert,
stop doing dumbass trades that only one team likes. That's not how trades work. You have to have two consenting parties.
The Lakers have poisoned the NBA so much, where they just were kind of able to somehow like stronghold these teams into these terrible trades, and I never understood how they were able to do it. And now every big market thinks they're just going to be able to do
Luka
that.
Deal has ruined the trade proposal marketplace. Bleacher Report, I'm looking at you too. You have some dumbass fucking trades you put out in the last week, but it's like, will I trade
at this point?
Will I trade my very good player for? Will I trade my worst player for the other team's best player? I'm not sure I'd say yes. They have to throw in a first-round pick. What do you fucking mean?
And they'll have to go down in the draft.
Yeah. Can I trade one Nico Mannion for the Grizz third pick? Straight up. No. What the?
Who says no?
That phrase kills me. It's always like, who says no? Actually, everybody in the trade that you concocted would say no for different reasons.
You're asking because you already know the answer.
Right.
Everyone says no.
My favorite is
the question should be who says yes.
We're on a side tangent. My favorite. There's a subreddit r/NBA trades, and it's the worst.
I love r/NBA draft. That's my favorite.
NBA draft is my favorite because there's at least people trying to do analysis. NBA trades. Somebody was like, and I think I sent it to you. It was like the Raptors get Ja Morant and like the 3rd overall pick for like Emmanuel Quickley and Jakob Podol and one other guy. And like everybody in the comments is like, this is a dog shit trade. Why would the Grizzlies agree to it? And the guy who made the trade kept responding. He goes, nah, Ja Morant is box office. He's Showtime. He'd sell tickets in Toronto. That's not the complaint we're addressing here.
It's not it's not for lack of ticket sales, brother. Right. I love these people though. You know, I love it. Like if it's a fan group that I love and I hate more than it's none more than the NBA fans. Like they're just
absolutely
the best and the worst.
Mark my words, in the offseason, we'll do a fucking NBA subreddit episode and I'll show you some of the shit that I have to wade through to like read intelligent conversation. I'll show you some trade ideas that pop up.
I got to get on that Reddit that Reddit, that Reddit forum too. All right, let's go on to our mock draft. Unless you have anything else you want to talk about with the playoffs, I know we have
Cav Pistons on right now. Cavs are up by
62-44.
17 and a half. Just hit halftime.
Okay, just hit halftime.
If the Cavaliers and Jimothy H. Harden win a game 7 and have to face the Knicks in the East, I may have the ultimate case of never wrong, just early. Just want to throw that out there.
I'll give you that. Yeah, yeah, because you did call the Cavs super early, and you stood on your soapbox for that.
10 toes down, and I'm going to make sure you never hear the end of it because I'm a good friend to you.
If a Dai Mara, you better hope a Dai Mara isn't an awesome player.
What do you mean? I like a Dai Mara.
Not anymore. You don't.
Yes, sir. You're right. A Dai Mara. Fuck him. It's not like I put him 8th on my mock draft now.
Oh, same. Spoilers, but I was actually looking at your mock draft while I was making my notes, and I had a question for you. We'll get into it. Let's get into it.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Mock draft 1.5. Really excited for this. I don't know. You can tell me if there's much of a shakeup for you in the top 3. We could probably cruise through that pretty fast. But is there anything else that you want to add to it? I have one change in the top 3. Nothing crazy. One that I kind of already mentioned, but I have kind of officially decided who I want Memphis to go with.
The top 3, of course, being Dibansa, Peterson, Boozer in that order.
Yep, in that order. Yep, without a doubt. I think that's almost a lock for how it's going to go.
I have the same top 3. My caveat, and this may be what you have, it may not be, is that I know there's some talk about like Utah trading up or Washington trading back. Don't be stupid.
It's not going to happen. Don't overthink it.
Let's not overthink it. Dibansa fits really well with Washington. So would DP. Like Washington may take Darren Peterson, but they have Trae Young. I'm not sure they want to double up. Trae Young is a player option, so Trae Young gets to decide whether or not he's in Washington, and it's for like $60 million. I think he's going to be in Washington. So Dibansa at 1, Darren Peterson at 2. We've talked about it. Fits fucking great. Darren Peterson measured in at like 6'4.5" with a 6'10" wingspan. Slap that next to Jaren Jackson Jr. and Lowry Markkanen and Walker Kessler. Sick, man. Like any defensive concerns.
They're going to be in the playoffs. If Darren Peterson makes the impact that I think he will, they're going to be in the playoffs.
Darren Peterson is the guy I'm lowest on of those top 3, and I still have him going over Boozer. Like, let's be very clear. Darren Peterson is the number 2.
You cannot like potentially pass up the ceiling that is Darren Peterson.
Right. And then Memphis 3.
Yeah, I kind of wrestled with it a little bit. I read a bunch more mock drafts. I'm obviously very present in the Grizzlies subreddit as well, so those fans kind of sway me as well. But I just really like what people had to say about Cam Boozer. I do think that he is technically, I mean, by the standards of college basketball, he's the best player in the draft. He did win the Naismith, which is the best player in college basketball. So I think getting him at 3 and a guy who's just like already as polished as he is, he's like, there's nothing that he kind of has to mold and fit into. Like he's just a great player. So I don't think they need to overthink it. Caleb Wilson obviously would be an awesome pick. I'd be really excited about either one, but I think like as far as like building for the future, the roster they have now, I think Boozer kind of fits in just a little better with them.
That's where I landed. I know I had wrestled between like Caleb Wilson and Boozer. I locked in Boozer. I say locked in. Obviously, 2.0 may change. As of right now, I have Boozer at 3. And it's just, dude, he had a great combine showing. And, like, not that we should drop or raise him for that, but, like, he's obviously not going to be, like, the long-term explosive athlete that Caleb Wilson is. But in terms of just giving you a solid floor that you are going to be decent, especially with all the other young guys Memphis has, Boozer is pretty clearly my pick. The only caveat I have is, like, Washington may zag and pick him at 1. Utah may zag and pick him at 2. Like, that's just kind of how the top 3 looks. You know, like...
But then even better. Like, because then now it's like, oh, my God, Dy Vance or Darren Peterson. That's insane.
Your dream is Boozer goes to Utah, Peterson falls to Memphis.
Honestly, yeah, like, that would be sick. And like... And another thing I'm hearing, too, and I'm glad you brought that up, is that, like, people are like, oh, well, Carlos Boozer is in the Utah front office. Like, he's a scout. And it's like, I don't think that matters. They're going to take Darren Peterson. And I don't think he's going to be upset about that.
Even if they do take Boozer, it's not because Carlos Boozer's in the front office.
Right.
It's not like you're taking Caden Boozer at 2. It's fucking Cam Boozer.
Right, yeah, it's not like you're taking Bronny again.
Like, because I know...
You could make a real case to take Boozer at 2, like, and it wouldn't be a bad pick.
Dude, if you ran out Boozer, Jaren Jackson, Laurie Markkinen, Keontae George, and whoever you want at 2, like, that's still a fucking awesome lineup.
Yeah, you could throw this 3 in any rotation, and I'd still be like, yeah, you know, it makes sense for them.
Right.
You know, it's just...
It's not like, hey, Scoot Henderson over Wemby. I'm like, that's
right. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we don't have to overthink that. Like, it's these are the best 3 players in the draft. No matter where they fall in it, I'm gonna be excited because Memphis is gonna end up with a really good player. So, regardless, obviously that leaves my 4, Caleb Wilson, without a doubt. Like, he's by far the best player. He'll be. I think maybe he kind of fits like Chicago a little more, where it's a bigger market. He's a big star. Like, he's going to be an explosive, fun player for them, and he's going to put butts in seats for that first season of that rebuild.
He's box office, man. He's Showtime. No, I have Caleb Wilson as well. I know last week I had Wagler slotted here. He measured in lighter and shorter and smaller, not by much at the combine than I would have liked. And, like, I kind of overthought it. Wilson needs to be there. Like, you got Jock Giddey already. You have Matis Bazella. Get another guy in there. Like, just not overthink it.
Again, just best available here. Which, this next pick from you, Cameron, I was shocked by. I'll give you mine. I have Keaton Wagler slotted here. I moved on from Darius Acuff going here just because I've been talked into, like, well, the Clippers would have 2 small guards in Garland and Acuff.
Yeah.
And I think even you kind of mentioned that too, Cameron. But, yeah, I like Keaton Wagler. He's a little bigger in size, and I think maybe that's just kind of what sways me there. It's like, okay, if you're looking for someone with a little bit more size, Keaton Wagler still led Illinois to the Final Four. He's an awesome player. Like,
absolutely. Yeah.
You're not going the wrong way either way. And if you want to guard with size, Keaton Wagler, great pick. So I'll take him at 5. But Cameron, your pick at number 5.
This is gonna. If anybody who actually cares about the draft watches this, they're gonna shoot me in the street. Let me explain my reasoning first.
This is the 3rd time, by the way, I've seen this name, like, written down, and like I still, and it wasn't until 20 minutes before the show that I like looked him up.
Yeah, from the New Zealand Breakers, out of Mexico's own Kareem Lopez, 6'9" forward, 7-foot wingspan, slots in at the 4. And the reason I have him at 5 is like a couple of factors. One, it gives Darius Garland a younger running mate to pair with who's athletic and kind of can bring some size and a little bit of defense. You put another big body next to Kawhi Leonard at the 3, and then the Clippers have a center that in the second half was really, really good, Yannick Conan Niederhauser. And I think this gives you a very nice kind of young and large core. Also, there's like 7 guards in the top 12 of this draft. And like, I just don't know what the Clippers would want out of a guard. And so I'm going to zag and put the one forward who's left in this
Yeah,
spot.
that it is. You're right, Cameron. It's so guard heavy. I didn't really kind of process that
And
until
we'll run through them, but like if you wanted to pick a guard here and you picked Keaton Walker, that's fine. Last week I think we had Acuff. You could have also put Kingston Flemings here. Like whatever guard you think works out best, you would slot here. And it's like the Clippers have given no indication. They already have a small guard in Darius Garland. For that reason, I went Kareem Lopez. And when he goes undrafted, it's going to look really bad for me.
Yeah, I was going to bring up a name, Darko Milicic. This is kind of what it reminds me of, where it's like he's that name kind of just thrown in the middle of like these greats like Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. Like, not saying that like he's going to be a bust. He's
Caleb Wilson, Keaton Wagler. Yeah.
Kareem Lopez?
Kareem Lopez. Is he even in the league anymore? Oh, yeah, he's playing professionally in Israel right now.
Right. Where all NBA greats go to finish out their career.
I think there will be a big zag in this draft, though, Cameron. I did like this pick. Like, not to say that I wasn't disgusted by it. I was like, oh, interesting. And then it's like, yeah, you're right. You know, and it's not very deep on forwards, like, early on, you know, like maybe
right.
like maybe that's a spot where the Clippers could trade back, and if they do want to forward, but I don't know. I think maybe like a reach in quotes, you know, for a guy like this, you know, a potential high ceiling guy could be a good move for them.
Especially because speaking of like reaching back, the next forward on my board, no surprise, is Yaxel, and like I just don't know if you can take Yaxel at 5, especially if you're trying. The Clippers are in that weird spot of like, are they rebuilding? Are they trying to compete? You still have Bradley Beal and Kawhi Leonard. Like, I don't know where they're going.
Yeah, a pick like Yax would like solidify. It's like, yeah, we're trying to win now.
We're trying to win now, which would be defensible. Yeah, that'd be awesome. But also,
and also, if Yax was 19 years old, he'd probably be the number 1 pick in this draft.
I told you, he'd be Cam Boozer. Like that's basically.
Yeah, it's like. I know the age. Is it really that big of a difference? Like, am I crazy to think that like, it's like from everything I hear about him, he's the perfect player. It's like his only downside is he's 23, and it's like
the other downside
still
I've
super
heard,
young.
Yeah, the other downside I've heard is like his work ethic may have some questions to it, which like fair, but a lot of young guys have that too. Like, what 19-year-old do you know who doesn't fucking sit around and like eat food they shouldn't?
Yeah, exactly. Or play too many video games. Like,
so,
darn.
I mean, fuck. What's the short Arizona Cardinals quarterback that I'm now drawing a blank on? Kyler Murray. He got drafted playing Call of Duty like 12 hours a day. Like at some point, hey, we
now Minnesota Viking.
Oh, fuck! I forgot about that.
Yeah, not a football guy, Cameron. I see.
Enjoy the snow, buddy.
Enjoy the snow. All right, are we on pick 6 now?
Pick 6. Speaking of football,
yeah, pick 6. Darius, I have Darius Acuff going here. I think this is a no-brainer. Don't overthink it. Could be a fun player to add to this. I mean, I wouldn't say a fun player to add to this Nets lineup. A fun player you could start a rebuild around. That's where I'll go with that. But yeah,
start a rebuild in the middle of their currently going rebuild. Reset the clock a little bit.
Might as well just go ahead and restart.
I have Wagler here for the same reason I outlined. He's weighed in less than what scouts were hoping, but his size and shot making, I think, gives the Nets a pretty clear direction. I do have a caveat here. My last sentence. I also think this is the wrong pick for them. I think they're going to pick Wagler, and I think like whoever goes 2 picks later is like, well, the Nets could have had him. Like whoever it is.
Yeah, that's just the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah,
like that is just their history, unfortunately. 7, Sacramento, purgatory. I love your note, Cameron. Darius Acuff, sorry.
Somebody has to go to Sacramento.
And I have Kingston Flemings.
The reason I didn't pick Kingston is because I think Sacramento is going to value Acuff more. And like I get it, he's a better scorer. He's longer. He has a 6'7" wingspan. 6'7". At the same height as Kingston Fleming.
2 6'7" references in one show.
I think Acuff for me is better than Fleming's on that guard list, and he's just the next one up. But like, Sorry. Whoever wins a ring in Sacramento, those are worth 3. I don't give a fuck. You get 3 rings credit if you win 1 in
the
Sacramento.
city renamed after you. As well.
Right? I was going to say Acramento.
All right, we'll pick 8. I think we have an agreement here.
Really?
Daimara still a perfect fit here at 8.
I
could see him going higher. When I was making this mock draft, I had him at 5. But more just so I don't really understand. Like I don't really know the Clippers roster too well to decide if they need like a high potential guard or a certified stud center. So.
I've seen a day mocked at 5 because they have Yannick and some other bigs that are young. I don't know if he goes there, but Ademar, I had going 11 last week. This was Nate Ament's spot last week, and Nate Ament just plummeted on my board.
Yeah, he's dropping significantly. And it's not just us. It's kind of across the board. I haven't really seen him mocked in a lottery.
I've seen
like
one,
on any mock drafts
but I had to dig pretty deep to find it. But Ademar fits the bill. We were talking about last week. The Hawks need a center, and like he is the best center on the board after whatever amalgamation of like Boozer and Wilson. Mm-hmm. He also had a really good combine. Like I think, dude, he may not even be here for 8.
Quick, isn't he?
Sacramento may fucking take him. Like I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know where he's gonna fall, and I think 8 is. I'd be surprised if like we get to the Hawks and if he's not taken at that pick. If he slips to like 9, 10,
dude, if he slips
I'm
to
wondering
9,
what do I not know that they all know?
Dude, if he's there by 11, I'm like, fuck, did we massively overestimate who he is?
Yeah, you guys like finished the season as like the 3 seed.
Right.
Turns out that's all we needed to reboot the Warriors. Great. All right, 9. I don't think my pick changed from last week. I think I kept the same. I have Braden Burries going here.
You do.
A fun guard for Dallas.
I'm flipping back.
Can't go wrong either way. I think Nate Ament would be maybe a fun pick. Michael Brown could be a fun one. Maybe even Yaxel, if they didn't have... I mean, maybe Yax and Cooper Flag could be a fun pairing, but I don't know. I kind of just threw a dart at the wall here. I think Braden Burries kind of fits them a little better. So I think don't overthink it. I think maybe in this instance, best fit is best for a team. And it's
that
not
is
like
a question I was going to
a
ask.
Bad player.
How deep in this draft do you have to go before you stop taking the best player available? Do you think?
I think I do have a reach at 14 that we'll get to.
I would say,
but I don't know, man, because like you could still make a case for like some of these players, like
it's kind of a cop-out
maybe
answer.
Getting a reach.
A cop-out answer for me is 12 because it's OKC's pick. Is kind of where we can divide of like best player available versus fit, simply because they have like 14 dudes under the age of 30. Number 9, Kingston Flemings for me. He measured small at the combine. I just think next to him, or him next to Flag, is going to be a defensive nightmare for other teams. And he's playing off Flag. He doesn't have to be the lead guy. So I like that. I like it a lot more than Sacramento for him.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. Like any of these guys, unfortunately, somebody has to, and it's just kind of what it is.
This is where I mocked Yaxel in 1.0. So Yaxel does fall for me, but like, oh no, you fall to team to be named later.
I went the same with the Bucks at 10. Michael Brown. I don't want to overthink that. Michael Brown. Sorry, I just don't know what's going to happen with Giannis to where they make. I think Nate Ament could also be a good pick here if they want like a project for a rebuild. Yeah, I think that'd be a good spot for him.
If Giannis stays, they probably trade this pick, right?
You have to, right? Because you have to. You
got to get somebody
have a reason to stay.
Door, I guess.
Yeah, has to have a reason to stay.
Which
I would be shocked if he stays. I'd be shocked. I don't know what you think about it, Cameron. I just feel like he's already 1 foot out the door.
Dude, give Giannis the Nets. Take the Nets pick this draft. Whatever. Yeah, I have Michael Brown Jr. or Flemings, whoever's on the board, right? Like you're kind of whoever you prefer. I would do Michael Brown, but go figure.
Yeah. The Warriors pick. I slotted Nate Ament here.
Go fuck yourself.
This
And
isn't
only because
this isn't even a pick you believe in. This is to piss me off.
Nope, it was, and only because I saw someone compare him to Jonathan Kuminga, and I was like, perfect.
Go fuck.
Perfect.
I take back all of the feeling guilty I had for like being mean to you. You deserved every bit of it.
Yeah, I have no note for that pick. I just wanted to piss you off.
Nate Ament and no follow.
Nate Ament. Right before, I think we both have. Well, no, you actually. I'll let you go ahead and say
I have
who you
Yaxel at 11, and this is not like I had a Day Mara last week, so like clearly I'm letting
You're
a little bit of
Michigan
bias.
obsessed.
Yeah, Michigan guys, a little biased. If Mo Johnson Jr. is available, we should take him too. The Michigan guys are all super attractive. I think Yaxel fits. He's going to be 24 by the time the NBA season starts, which is old enough as a rookie to like talk yourself into win now, which is what the Warriors say they're trying to do. He slots
As long as you got
alongside-
Steph Curry, I think you're trying to win.
Yeah, and he slots alongside Draymond and Post pretty well, I would assume. But like,
He seems like a perfect Warrior.
he
right?
does. And I just wish he came out when he's 19, so Steph could have had him for
Right.
like 5 years.
Well, unfortunately, if he was 19, he wouldn't get past Memphis, brother. Like it's.
I don't know
it's
I don't know where Memphis picked that last draft.
But 24 years old. Yeah, it's kind of a luxury for teams like Golden State who are a little bit more built.
It's either
a little
Golden
more
State
ready
or
to turn it
OKC,
around.
dude.
Yeah, what a fucking awesome. What an awesome scenario for Yaxel Lendenborg, right?
Right. Oh, I gotta go to the Warriors or the Thunder.
Yeah, I got to go to the Bay Area by a well-run team, get the last few years of Steph's, career, kind of put the team on my shoulders after, or go to the Thunder where I'm going to win a bunch of titles, and
Right.
yeah, it's good for him, I guess. But you have Golden State takes Yaxel. I had Nate Ament going to the Warriors. Fun little project for them. At 12, I had the Thunder taking Yaxel. I think that's just.
You disgust me.
Yeah, it's written in the stars. So we can move on. But you had.
I had Chris Scenic Jr.
Wow. Okay.
And I
Someone
know
that you absolutely hate too.
somebody I've said should stay in college. Somebody I said should go back for another year. He measured out with fucking legit NBA size, like
He
6'10".
shot super well too. He shot very well.
I think an OKC may trade this pick because at some point you have to consolidate the number of guys you have, but 6'10" with like a 7-foot wingspan or something. If you put him alongside Chet and you think he can be anything worth a damn as a defender, that's just, two super young,
that's unfair.
modern stretch fives or stretch fours, whatever you classify them as. If they keep it, I think this could be a Chris Scenic spot, which disgusts me because it means I could have been wrong for the first 8 months of this season.
The whole time you've been on this show saying he needs to stay in school.
And
Please.
let me be very clear, I still think he does need to stay in school.
Still should, but
if
unfortunately will be taken.
if any
very
team's going
early.
to take a project, OKC can take a project.
That's a really good spot for him, man. I wish I had stolen your mock draft before I made mine. This is awesome. All right, I had at 13. We're going to the Miami Heat. You had I won't say your pick. I had Kareem Lopez here. You talked me into Kareem Lopez. I think that maybe this is a.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I think and again, it's not. I have no bullet points to say why he would fit Miami. I just think that'd be fun.
The Jaime Jaquez connection, two men of Mexican descent on the same
Perfect.
team.
Well, perfect there.
I have Nate Ament and literally no follow-up. I think if you're putting next to Tyler Hero and Bam and Khalil Ware, like the tall shooter fits, but like I don't know. I don't want to be the guy who in his first mock draft has like Nate Ament at 29. Is he fucking stupid? But
I almost did that.
like at some point,
I
I'm
wasn't
like,
going to make that mistake again.
there are just other players I like better in these spots.
Yeah, it's like I understand like the raw talent Nate Ament has, and like I'm sure that like he is a right fit for somebody. I don't care who that is. Like as far as I know, he's like maybe a top 30 pick in this draft. Like, and I could be totally wrong about that, but
This does, however, mean that Braden Burry's dropped for me because he was mocked there last time. So.
Interesting. So at 14, my temporary Charlotte Hornets. This is where I had a Sinak Jr. going.
I don't hate it.
For no reason than just like Charlotte kind of seems like a team that it's a good place for prospects to take a while because no one cares about them, and like maybe and maybe that wasn't the case in the past where it was like Charlotte, like where these prospects go to die. It seems like, with the rise, like the ascent of Ball, Colin Knippel, like it seems like it's kind of a little bit of a different atmosphere to play in now. So maybe Sinak could be a fun developmental piece for him.
Who's the? I'm drawing a blank. He went to Alabama. They're three.
LeBaron Philon.
Brandon
Miller.
Brandon Miller. He's also on the team.
Yep, I forgot about him. Sorry, but yeah.
No, you're good. I was drawing a blank. Yes. Yeah, I have Philon on the draft. Don't worry. I didn't drop him. Number 14. I still have Charlotte taking Caton's here. I just like it a lot. You put him next to Kalkbrenner. He really rounds out a rotation that cannot otherwise defend for worth a damn.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to be like 17 on the time of the draft. Like, he's fucking young. So I also have a center, but it's Caton's for the defense. But dude, Chris Sinek here would go crazy. That would be awesome.
That'd be very fun. Well, at 15, the Chicago's second pick, I went with, after picking Caleb Williams, I went with a shooter, LeBaron Philon Jr. And I think that would be quite the start to a rebuild. If you're looking for two prospects in this top 20, you're getting one of the best shooters in LeBaron Philon, and you're getting Caleb Wilson, who's arguably one of the best prospects in the draft. So be great for Chicago, and they don't have to try to steal John Morant from Memphis anymore. They can focus on their own guys.
In addition to Wilson, I have Chicago here picking up Braden Burries. So
Okay.
Same general reason of like, you get a guard, you get a shooter, you get another young guy in the door, and frankly, it means you don't have to rely on like the Josh Giddey, Anthony Simons. They have another flamethrower there. I'm forgetting. You don't have to rely on those guys. You can maybe start with a ground floor.
Yeah, and I just don't know like where Chicago's guards, if any of them are better or maybe worse than LeBaron Philon. Like I just think like fun guy you could throw in like
Absolutely.
either right off the bench or just go ahead and start him. Either way, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
16, Memphis Grizzlies again going second in this draft. At 16, I have Morez Johnson Jr. at forward. Just so I love my Michigan guys. So
It's hard.
I saw him available here. There was a few other guys I'd considered, but I think Morez Johnson would be a good pick.
I have out of Baylor, Cameron Carr.
Interesting.
Did you see his combine measurements? Like 6'2" with a 6'10" wingspan.
Yeah, you sent those to me.
Yeah,
Insane.
That sold me as a just missed the lottery sort of guard, especially if you don't think Ja Morant is going to be long for Memphis. Starting a rebuild off with the two Camerons, Boozer and Carr, there are worse ways to kickstart something like that.
Yeah, exact same situation in Chicago where they literally just kind of fall like in that perfect spot, like right outside the lottery where you're still getting like a guy who could start for you.
Dude, it would be disgusting to see Boozer and Mo Johnson. That'd be disgusting to watch.
Oh my god. Well, I had to give the Thunder somebody here at 17, and unfortunately, I went best available. I went with Hans Steinbach from Washington. I was maybe thinking Bennett Sturt's like a guard after obviously taking Yaxel, but it's like why not? Like this would just be fun.
Dude, I'd be shocked if they
no chance they keep both these picks though.
Right, I'd be shocked if they make this pick. I mean, I picked Thomas Hoff. Same reason. I mean, he was available. He kind of fits the need. I'll be honest. It's also because I forgot Steinbach was still on my board.
Yes, this is start where I was like, oh crap, I forgot to put him because you're about to see my next few picks.
Right, but like we're both in agreement. If OKC picks two players in this draft, like I don't know what you do at that point. Like I don't.
Who do you get rid of? Like guys who have brought you back-to-back potential titles, or what a fun spot to be in.
Right, what a great problem to have.
Darn. Well, okay, again, Charlotte, another repeat in the first round. I had them going Bennett Sturts here just because I just love the 3-point culture that Charlotte's kind of built, and I think Bennett Sturts would be fun for that.
As you remember, I put a player here who went back to college, and ESPN lied to me. So I threw Koa Pete here. They could take Caton's here. I'm going to be very clear. I think he still might be available. I think if you put Koa with Caton's, with LaMelo, with all the guys you have, you'd get a really, 1 through 5, really young, really fun lineup. I'm not a huge Koa guy, though. I was super high on him early in the college season, and I just,
He's good. That's really
good.
He's good.
I'd put LeBaron Filan here if I have him later in the draft, and I didn't feel like redoing everything in the 30 seconds it took when you told me that when you told me the guys are going back to college.
Because I had to look that up too, and I swore I saw something a week ago that he decided he was going back.
Yeah.
So I had to double check, but I'm glad I did, because that would have been bad. Because I had him going much earlier.
Yeah. All right.
Well, yeah, we'll just kind of round it off here at 19. I had Toronto taking Jaden Quinn. How do you say his last name? I'm sorry. Caton's. Okay.
That's how I
wanted to say it right. Yep. And then at the Spurs 20, I have Thomas Hall.
Toronto, LeBaron Filan. I think he's a guard to put next to Scotty and those guys. That would really help. San Antonio, disgusting Mo Johnson Jr.
Yeah, it's
whoever San Antonio takes here, if they nail it,
if
they nail it, it's gonna be fucking awesome.
And they're gonna nail it too. They are gonna nail it. It's not if, it's when. But it's just who are they gonna take? And it'd be, how funny would it be if Nate Met, after all the hate he's gotten, is just like the Spurs are just like, you know what? Like, we have the space to kind of develop him, and he just turns into a fucking star.
The funniest part is going to be in 5 years when we're still doing this, obviously and we do the 2026.
These things last forever.
Right? We do the 2026 redraft, and we have to look each other in the eyes and go, Nate Ament at 2?
It's like, and it's it'll probably be me. One of us, will be like, yeah, I told you guys how good he was then. No one fucking listened.
Dude, I'll own it. I'll be like, I thought he was. Look,
fucking tape.
I thought Jahlil Okafor was going to be the next MVP. I was obviously very clearly wrong. I have no problem admitting that I was a moron.
I loved Ben Simmons, so
dude,
I'm right there with you, man.
Oh, don't even get me started. I have a few, because I mocked out to 30. I have a few I just want to bring up as funny.
Yeah, go ahead. You very much prepared. Like I said, you were.
I got
almost
the unmedicated autism. 23, Atlanta has another pick, and I said the funniest outcome would be Henry Visar. So you'd get Ade Mara and Henry Visar,
guys,
and you just play them together because Visar can stretch, and just go super big. It would be very funny to me.
Why not?
You might as well.
Why not?
Unless you want to take a guard, like Isaiah Evans is probably on the board, Bennett Sturt's probably on the board. So you could take one of those guards, but it'd be very funny to just run a jumbo 7-footer lineup. Lakers, I have taking another international guy. I think it's Mojis Krivas. I don't know how to actually pronounce it.
Guy from Arizona.
Yeah, they need a center who's not fucking DeAndre Ayton. That's really what it comes down to.
That's all it is, yeah.
Like Jackson Hayes is fine, DeAndre Ayton is fine. You have to get somebody in that door, dude. Don't connect flamed out. He doesn't exist anymore.
The Lakers kind of stand out to me as a team that maybe could trade up at my first glance. Tell me if I'm wrong, but with their big need at center, I'm not saying they're going to be able to get up and get Mara or anything, but is there anyone in between that and their 25th pick that you could see them maybe kind of licking their chops at?
So I'll answer that.
Hall, maybe.
I'll answer that in two parts. First,
Sinak
would be disgusting in the worst way. Because they have Luka. You want to win now.
Mm-hmm.
Here is their roster, not even their center rotation. The Lakers roster. Tell me how many of these guys you think a team would find desirable. DeAndre Ayton, Rui Hachimura, which I think a lot of teams would bite at, but I don't think the Lakers would trade him
not
for that reason.
The price of a lottery pick.
Yeah. Jackson Hayes, not for the price of a lottery pick. Bronny James, probably
for
not.
the first pick, if we're being honest.
Unless it came with LeBron James, then you might get a team. Luke Kennard, not for the price of a lottery pick. Dalton Connect, a lottery pick, or just outside the lottery himself, vanished off the face of the earth. Jake LaRavia, no.
There's an alternate world where he was a Charlotte Hornet.
Yeah, there was, and he probably would have had a better career for it.
Yeah, Loki. Yeah.
So and Jared Vanderbilt and stuff, and so I don't know what package of those guys you could throw together. OKC doesn't have the personnel spot so you can get them. I don't think Charlotte wants to invest in any of those guys unless Dalton Connect could come back. I don't think Memphis wants any of those guys.
No.
Miami, maybe, and you.
But
pick
maybe
13?
in Memphis's case, that would be one that would make sense, where it's not the third pick, but maybe we're looking at the 16. Yeah, where it's they're going to be rebuilding. Maybe it's. Maybe you do take a couple of those guys, and that is
maybe, yeah.
that is an occasion where I'm okay with it, because it's we're all benefiting from it. We're still in the first round of this awesome draft where we could still get a good player, someone who can contribute, and we're helping a team relieve cap, and we're getting capital for it. You know what I'm saying? There's risk to it, obviously, with rebuilding. That's just kind of how it goes, but. Yeah, I didn't even think about Memphis. I think that might be a good place, but just at first glance, and after everything you said, it kind of seems like they'll just have to roll their dice at 25.
They're gonna pull some bullshit for someone I haven't even looked at. I get that. I understand it. But,
Guy Vance is gonna be a Laker. Let's just go.
Right. Dude, what scares me most is OKC is gonna make an offer to one of these top four. It's pick anyone you want from our roster. Who would you like? And just teams are going to be shit. Maybe. The last pick I want to throw out there, Cleveland at 29, Ibuka Okori.
That's the guard from Stanford, right?
Yeah. 6'2", but if Cleveland may want to get a younger guard, he's going to go higher than I think people expect. But that's all I've got.
Yeah, he's already kind of falling in that lore of he's a young. He's very far down the list of this amazing class of freshmen, and I think that maybe he's kind of being overlooked a little bit by internationals, upperclassmen, stuff like that. So I think Cleveland would be a good spot for him, but I think you're right. I think he might fall a little sooner than that.
It's also so funny how many guards are in this class specifically.
A lot of guards, so many guards.
Fuck, dude. If you need a center, good luck, man. Have fun.
Yeah, even the Hawks got to be sweating that pick 8. It's.
Oh, dude, absolutely. Because if you reach for a Damara, and I think he'll be good, you better fucking hope you nail that. Because you'll pass on in some combination. Flemings, Acuff, Wagler, Mikal Brown, Yaxel, Nademan. You'll pass on some combination of that.
I look down this list. I'm just who is the guy that we're going to be looking at this in 3 years on Wikipedia and be man, what happened? I think so too. But I also think in the right spot he's going to be the best player in this draft.
You know what really scares me? It's going to be Kareem Lopez. I already know that. What really scares me is it's going to be man. You remember Kingston Flemings? I'll be no.
Houston legend, no. R.I.P. in Sacramento. Sorry, dog.
Yeah. The last thing I have on the draft to touch on is this year is the lowest year for draft declaration in 10 years. Only 71 guys declared for the draft. So
71? Wow.
71 in a 60-player draft.
That's insane, man.
And that was pre-guys going back to college. That was the number when you had to declare by. So I think NIL is working. I think college ball is drawing back some of these players with $8 million fucking salaries. And I'm
that guy from Iowa State. Sorry to keep interrupting you, but Momslavic, I think he's kind of going to go back to college, and it looks like he might go to Kentucky, which is crazy, but
heinous, absolutely heinous.
but again, that's awesome. Where it's no longer I guess I got to go back to college. It's no, I can make a lot of money here still.
And
I could be the man.
The NBA ramifications that I'm worried about is let's say you're the 27th. You're like your agent tells you like, hey, we have a handshake with like if you're on the board at 27, a team will pick you, and let's say if you're going 27th, Duke probably isn't like shopping you, but like Kentucky is like, hey, if you come to us, we'll give you $5 million. The $5 million is more than you would make as a 27th overall pick, and so you leave. So the guy at 28 is now the 27th, and at some point we might see like a guy who's a 35th overall talent go in the 20s, and like, what does that do to the pick economy of like, is a late 20s even worth it if you're getting 40th pick talent? And like, it's not for us to answer, but it is very interesting to be like,
good point.
How are NBA teams going to navigate this asset depreciating in real time?
Yeah, because those guys are going to ultimately decide to go where the money is, and that is in college ball now.
Especially if you're 19 and a 27th pick, and you're like, if I go back, I get paid, and I may go 10th next season if I show out. Why the fuck wouldn't I?
I'm the man.
I'm the guy at Kentucky or Alabama or fucking any of these schools.
Like that's like my ego. It's the only thing I can think of. It's like, wow, I'd be the number one man on campus. Like,
dude, if I was
at a basketball school.
I mean, I'm 6'5", so undersized white guard doesn't apply. But if I was like a mid-major white guard and an NBA scout was like, hey, we'll take you at 33 if you're there, and then my college went, we'll give you $5 million to stay, and I get TikTok edits of a March Madness run, sold. I'm going back to college, man.
Sam Houston getting the prison NIL money, man.
Sam Houston getting the not technically slave labor because they're prisoners money. That's alleged. I don't think that's actually how they profit. Please don't sue
worry,
us.
guys. We're not paying the prisoners. We're paying the players.
Right. Also, I forgot to mention, going 30th overall, I have Mark Drone from San Marcos.
Oh, okay. From Texas State's very own Mark Drone.
Yeah.
Love that pick. Yeah, obviously, one of the most underrated guards, maybe the best player in the Sun Belt, maybe the best mid-major player we've ever seen. That's just maybe me talking. He did go to Texas State. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Weird. Yeah. Good job, Cameron.
Thanks,
yeah.
man. I do my research.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it wasn't hard to find Mark Drone. I mean, he's obviously the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not much research done actually by you if you went Mark Drone at 30. Like.
Right.
Alrighty, man. Do you have anything else? As of right now, the Cavs are putting belt on the Pistons. 81-64 is what I see.
16-point game. Yeah.
It kind of seems like we're gonna have the Cavs in the next round. Do you want to take your victory lap now?
No.
Do you wanna...
God, no. They've got to go through the New York Knicks, and like, if there's one thing the Cavs and James Harden can do, it's shit in the bed and roll in it. So I'm gonna wait till they're in the finals, and then I'll just acknowledge.
At least they'll be in the conference finals. Like,
dude, look, 7-game series, anything can happen. Yeah,
that's hard to get there.
Yeah.
Like I think once you get to a certain point, it's like, should James Harden have a title? Maybe, but it's like he still got pretty far.
At some point,
I don't know yet.
When you're one of the last two teams standing in your conference, like that matters. And I don't want to take it away from the Cavs. I'm just not going to take my victory lap of them winning the East until they win the East. And like, I just don't know if they'll do that against the Knicks. Spida is going to have to show up big. So
the Knicks are going to be ready to play, man.
The Knicks have had a week off, and they're just like practicing throwing hammers at each other.
Throwing hammers. Oh my god. Well, do you have anything else you wanna touch on with NBA before we?
No, brother. I'm next time we meet, we'll be like midway through conference finals, right?
Yeah, dude, I'm excited. I'm not gonna miss a minute of that Spurs Thunder series,
no.
man. That like recency bias aside, that might be like one of the best playoff series I remember in
I'm
recent
so
memory.
excited, dude.
Like, when was the last time we've truly seen like, and of course it will have happened recently, and somebody will point it out. It'll be you. Like, when was the last time we've seen the two best teams going at it like in like their conference finals? We're just gonna get an absolute dogfight.
Yeah, dude. I'm drawing a blank on the name. Pacers Thunder last season finals, obviously. phenomenal, way better than anybody expected. I expect this to be just as fucking electric. Like,
This is going to be insane. and even whatever team gets to the finals, whether it's potentially the Cavs, they still haven't locked it yet, but we're assuming the Cavs or the Knicks, like that's still a pretty good matchup, and I'm still not like
Knicks Cavs will be
sold
fun
on
and like
that being easy.
Yeah, like two franchises who haven't been even back to the finals in a while. Thunder Spurs is like blood feud for dominance over the West for the next decade. Like it's just gonna be a completely different sport.
It's like we're getting Game of Thrones storylines in the NBA.
The East, and I love the comparison. But it's like the East is like, all right, guys, like we had a really good season. We're in the East Finals. We want to get to the finals, and we'll show that we're just as good as the West. The West is like, okay, cool. Is Hitler or Stalin going to rule the world? Like,
Oh my God.
Which one is going to make me hate my team for the next decade?
And I wouldn't have it any other way. Good thing Memphis is in the West with the Thunder and the Spurs. Certainly they'll figure that out.
Right? No, you're actually in a great spot because by the time Shea Gilgeous is already 27, this fuckery won't go on forever. My favorite
I won't
tweet.
fucking allow it to.
By the time Shea and the Spurs maybe level off, the Grizz are going to be ascending, man. Cam Boozer and Cam Carr are going to be leading the charge. Yeah. And then they'll be traded away to Lakers for like 2 picks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we'll have the fun 3 to 4 years until they inevitably tell reporters that they don't love basketball anymore.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah,
I
that'd be
forgot
terrible
about
if that happened, right?
That would suck if like a guy you gave everything to and like built your franchise around, after he made some mistakes, told reporters like, "Hey, I don't love basketball anymore."
And have done nothing but just like embrace him and like
Given
him everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't love basketball anymore.
I'd probably stop being a fan of that team if that happened.
I could never, man. I have to die. I have to die with my Grizzlies, unfortunately. Donovan Mitchell just drained a 3 in Kate's face. My God. Yeah, I'll just go and lock the Cavs as a winner in this series and say we're going to have a really fun Eastern Conference Finals coming up. So congrats, Cameron, on, like I said, not
Being right so far.
Not wrong, just early.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll put wraps on it, Fourth and Forever. Another Hoops 4-point play edition. A lot of fun. Thank you to all who have listened. Thank you to any new listeners who have found their way on the show. We'll hopefully have Mason on again soon. This is, like I said, this is just his busy time of the year, so we'll get him when we get him. But it's been fun, Cameron, just being me and you talking hoops. So, a lot of fun.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, of course. Well, you have a good rest of your night. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and adios.